Life often feels like a series of waiting rooms, doesn't it? We set goals, dream big, and work hard, but sometimes, no matter how much effort we put in, the results seem to delay. In moments like these, we can feel frustrated, lost, or even question the very path we're on. But what if these delays aren't denials? What if the timing isn't wrong, but perfectly aligned with a plan bigger than we could ever imagine? This is where the profound concept of trusting God's timing comes into play. God's timing is not our timing. In a world that thrives on instant gratification, it's easy to forget that the creator of the universe operates on an eternal schedule. Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us, "To everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven." This verse holds a powerful truth. Life is about seasons, and every season has its purpose. You may be waiting for a breakthrough in your career, healing in a relationship, or clarity about a major decision. Waiting can feel like being stuck in a fog with no clear direction. But trust this, God is never late. His delays are not rejections, they are redirections, preparations, or even protections. When we rush ahead, we risk missing out on the blessings He has perfectly orchestrated for us. Think about a seed planted in the soil. It doesn't sprout overnight. It takes time, nurturing, and the right conditions to grow into a flourishing tree. Similarly, God plants seeds of purpose, growth, and blessings in our lives. The waiting season is not wasted. It's the soil where faith grows, patience deepens, and character is refined. Why is it hard to trust God's timing? Trusting God's timing often challenges our human nature. We like control, and waiting feels like surrendering that control. It's hard to trust when the world seems to be moving forward while we feel stuck. Social media doesn't help either, with constant reminders of other people's perfect lives. But remember, what you see is only the highlight reel. You don't know the struggles or waiting seasons behind those pictures. God's plan for your life is unique. Comparing your journey to someone else's will only steal your joy. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 declares, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Trusting His plan means believing that the waiting period is necessary for your growth and ultimate good. What can we do while we wait? 1. Pray with expectation. Waiting doesn't mean being passive. Use this time to deepen your relationship with God. Pray not only for the outcome, but for clarity, patience, and strength during the process. Prayer transforms our waiting from frustration to communion with Him. 2. Embrace gratitude. It's easy to focus on what's missing, but gratitude shifts our perspective to what we already have. Reflect on past seasons where God showed up at just the right moment. Those experiences are reminders of His faithfulness. 3. Prepare for the blessing. Sometimes we're waiting because we're not ready for what we've asked for. Use this time to grow, spiritually, emotionally, and even practically. If you're waiting for a new job, improve your skills. If it's a relationship, work on being the best version of yourself. Preparation is a sign of faith in what's coming. 4. Surround yourself with encouragement. Lean on a community of faith. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and remind you of God's promises. Their testimonies of waiting seasons turned into blessings can reignite your hope. 5. Release control. The ultimate act of trust is surrender. Proverbs 3:5-6 urges us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." When we let go of our need to control the timing, we create space for God to move. God's timing in action. Consider the story of Joseph in the Bible. He was given dreams of greatness as a young boy, but those dreams didn't come to fruition immediately. He faced betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment. It would have been easy for Joseph to feel abandoned or forgotten. Yet through it all, God was preparing him for the exact moment when he would rise to second in command over Egypt, saving many lives in the process. His journey reminds us that the waiting period is often where God works most powerfully. Trust brings peace. When we trust God's timing, we find peace, even in uncertainty. Trust doesn't mean we won't have doubts or moments of frustration, but it anchors us in the truth that God is in control. Isaiah 40 verse 31 promises, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." So, wherever you are today, whether in a season of waiting, transition, or uncertainty, remember that God is weaving a masterpiece with your life. Every thread, every delay, and every unanswered prayer has a purpose. Trusting God's timing is an act of faith and courage. It's a declaration that we believe in His goodness even when we can't see the full picture. Keep planting seeds, keep praying, and keep believing. When the time is right, the doors will open, the path will clear, and you'll see how beautifully everything falls into place. Until then, rest in the knowledge that God's timing is always perfect. What's meant for you will never pass you by. Stay faithful, stay hopeful, and trust His process. Because in the end, His plan is far greater than anything we could ever imagine.